Saturday is supposed to be part of the marching. And it's been appealed to me by our nominees for MVP that they would like to have some of their members who are marching. Now, I don't have that stone because we're raising money for CF, so there's the NS letter. So I said, well, I don't let them out, we just need to find some money. So, we have to find some money to let Will Patterson, who else is in that cage that's supposed to be in the march? Anybody raise your hand? Raise your hand. I need to find some donations for about 4 of them, I'm pretty sure. If we could find $100 for each person, we will let them out on day parade, so they can go to the march and be part of the march. Can I find $100 anyone in this room? Anybody? Do you have 100 or 400, sir? 100. Stay standing. Stay standing. There's 100. Can I have another 100? Stand up. Are you waiting or waiting? You have 400 now? Okay, guess what? We should be 100. Okay, now you're calling your specific shot. I like that. Just like paper. I want 100 on good. Okay, who else in here has $100? If we can scramble $100 at their table to get, who else is in there that we need? Who's waiting back there? Johnny, are you actually in the march? Is he in the march? Johnny is? Johnny said it from the Fort Edmonton, from the end. We're getting a controversy over there. Johnny's a big heart. We gotta find $100 to get him out. Say it again, can you help him? Can you help out your brother from next door? $100? Come on, you got $100 going out of your pocket. I've seen $100 in addition to your couch. $100. He's going to pay $100 to let Johnny say Johnny is on the signal. Is there anyone else in there who is legitimately in on this march? Who's waiting out here? Tommy's been in there long. Tommy, our incoming National Service Director, can somebody help out Tommy for $100? We're going out for $100. God bless you. 200. God bless you. So everybody is going to help Tommy out for $200. I hope you're expecting all this. Our sergeants and others will help out. Okay, so Johnny's on day roll only. I want to be clear on this. All right, so Johnny's out on day roll, and is there anyone else in there that we have to be all right? You can't. Do you want to go for a visit? Sure, go for a visit. I wouldn't set across the pressure in there. Tammy?
Oh, sorry, KCF liaison. My apologies. I'll do better. Thank you very much. Who's that there? I can't see her. Who is it? Tiffany from Saskatoon. Oh, Saskatoon. I know you've had a tough year, but Gibson hasn't. Investors Group is doing very well. And we'd appreciate if we could find $100 to let Tiffany out on day parole for the march. Saskatoon, Darren, stand up, or we'll put you in the cage. No, who's Saskatoon president? You are? My goodness, I find myself in a conundrum. Thank you, sir. All right, Saskatoon, where are you back there? Wave your hands. Okay, talk amongst yourselves, but you got to find $100 in the next 2 minutes to be able to get her out temporarily long enough to go on day parole. The family leader, Aaron needs her. Aaron will be sad if she doesn't go in on the march. Okay, oh, you want a substitute? Okay, the girl in the purple, right in the back that I'm looking at. Sergeants, the girls, you found $100? All right, come on up. And let's crack Tammy out, and that's going to be it. Now, prisoners, listen up. Prisoners, As we embark on the forums, you will be quiet as church mice in there. You are welcome to be on your phones, tap away on your social media, but you will maintain the decorum of this meeting, and you will give the candidates the dessert that they have coming to them. All right? I will go with them in the shape, trust me. Thank you, President James.
Okay, fellow Ken, at this time, I would like to call up the credential people for a credentials report.
National President James, fellow Ken, I'd like to present the credentials report for Saturday, the 19th of August, 2017. Kinsman Club accredited delegates, 66.
Club accredited delegates, 48. Kin Club accredited delegates, 14. Kin Campus Club accredited delegates, 2. Total accredited delegates is 130. Therefore, a 50% majority will require 66. A 2/3 majority will require 87. For a poll or ballot vote, Kinsman Club votes, 1,994. Connect Club votes, 1,056. Kin Club votes, 324. Kin Campus Club votes, 42, for a total of 3,416. A 50% majority will require 1,709, and a 2/3 majority will require 2,278. I'd like to make a motion for the report to be accepted as presented.
Marley Handelsy, and Jennifer Burry.
I was asked to make one other announcement, and that's with respect to.
All those in favor? Opposed? Carried.
Sorry about that. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Through this last year, based on feedback that we've received the last couple of years, the National Board looked at the idea of a transfer process for the accredited delegate status that can take place on the floor of convention. So in situations where the person who is the accredited delegate needs to leave the room for some reason and wants to transfer their votes to someone else, there's now a process for that. Just a few of the parameters. The person you're transferring it to also needs to be an accredited delegate or alternate accredited delegate for the clubs that you are representing. And they need to have checked in at the credentials desk that morning. So if you have a situation where that exists and you need to transfer your votes, please come and see either Jeff or myself for the details around it. We have the forms that are required and that sort of thing. There is quite a bit more information available, but I don't want to delay the meeting any further in trying to share it. So Jeff and I will be in the room as much as possible, but as we're preparing for the elections this morning, we will be out of the room for a portion of time. So please bear with us and we'll try and work through this together. Are there any questions about that transfer process that you just have to know right now? Thank you very much.
We do have a housekeeping item from yesterday. It is the, I'm looking for a motion to destroy the ballots from the election, and I have Sheila Laverty, Port Edmonton Kin. Okay, please, when your name comes up, I don't know what club you're representing, so seconder and front. All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. At this point in time, we're looking for an approval of national minutes from 2016 National Convention. I'd like to get a motion for that. Sean Thompson. Seconder, Gordon Patterson. Did that sound reluctant? Do we have any errors or omissions from those minutes? Any business arising? All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Now I'd like to get a motion to accept the audited reports from 2016-2017. We have Ryan Malley. What club are you with, Ryan? Queen City Kinsman. Seconder, Kelly Wavitka from Duncan Connects. All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Now I'd like to get a motion to ratify the actions for the board from 2016-2017. We have David Harmon from the Paul Kinsman. A seconder, who's doing a little jig in the middle.
Christine Wright from that club of Edmonton.
Way to go, Christine.
Christine Wright. Oh, so David Harmon is representing the Vermilion Bay Canucks. All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. No, they gave me the little horn this morning, and now that the horn's gone, so I'm not sure what that's supposed to signify. I think every time you jig your little horn, you better do it. How about that? Out on the East Coast, we like to jig, so we need a demo later. And now I'd like to get a motion to accept the report, or to appoint the auditors for 2017-2018, which is PricewaterhouseCoopers. Motion for that, right there. And a second. All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. If JM's team would like to organize and get ready for the marching. Sergeant Arms, do we have any updates? Okay. Okay, the way it's going to work this morning is we're going to do and for the 81st Congress who haven't seen the national vice president election, there will be a march-in for both candidates in a previously established coin toss. I'm assuming JM has now been selected to go first, and then of course we have Aaron Thompson who will march in last. With our national policies, the way it's structured is each team has 15 minutes to do their presentation, after which if they can't finish it in 15 minutes, their presentation will be shut off. And this is just part of national policy, and everybody has to play within those boundaries. After the march-in, after the presentation by both candidate teams, we will go into a candidates forum, and through the national board election team, we've created approximately 15 questions for each of the candidates to answer, and the members of the room can kind of listen to the thought processes and ideas and of each candidate, and then shortly thereafter we will start the election process. So we'll just give JM's team a couple of minutes just to organize, and then when he gives us the A-OK, we'll start JM's presentation. Thank you.
Wilson's whistle. Well, we got a little update in the cage. I thought I'd share it with you. The boys from, you might have seen the one marching prisoners in from the Edmonton Club. There's 19 of the bastards. We put them in there, we caused a little bit of trouble, caused a little bit of a revolt in there. I threw in a chair, and they said, "Who's it for?" And I said, "Well, you guys decide." And one guy goes, "They're trying to divide us." Smart. These young fellows have decided that they can come up with $4,000 on one condition, and we've accepted it, that they'll be released for $4,000 on the condition that the Fort Edmonton kinsmen replace them in the cage. We got pictures of y'all. We will do that after the forum. We will put the Fort Edmonton guys in after the forum. In the meantime, get a round of applause for Fort Edmonton.
It gives me great pleasure this morning to introduce to you your Vice President candidate, J.M. He's been a part of my life for many, many years. We've served on district councils together, zone councils together, and I just want to give you a pieces of information so you get to know the face and the person behind the goatee. J.M. Montague is a man of principle. He's a man of integrity. He's honest. He's honest by nature. He's a problem solver. In his past life as an IT professor, it was his job to solve problems on the fly all the time. He's a community-minded individual. He's a caring father, a caring husband, and a grandfather. He's equally comfortable as a TV host of a documentary series, as he is having tea parties with his granddaughter Ariel, or playing tag with his or hide and seek with Titus. He's level-headed. He is bilingual and with the ability to communicate in any manner in both French and English. He's a dedicated and passionate leader. Ladies and gentlemen, your next Vice President, Jean Marcel and Juan de Maribor.
Please bear with me because unfortunately I'm somewhat lost my voice a couple of days ago and I'm trying to get back nice and slow. So I'll be talking low to make sure that I keep my voice for now and a bit later when I'm into the forum. I would like to say when I begin, hello, my family of kin. I'm happy to be here in Halifax and to have reconnected with friends and made new friends. For the ones that I missed, I'm sorry, but the people I did talk to, they will shake your hand, and the next week, you'll have the symptoms that I got. Kim has given me the opportunity to learn, develop, and grow in my personal life and my professional life. I want to give back to Kim in helping this great association move forward. I want to be able to say, probably won't be able to, but in 21-20, we'll have our 200th president, and we'll have a kid club on the moon because we're the Canadian city up there. I stand in front of you seeking your vote. Together, we can do this. With your help, we can tackle issues like retention, recruitment, education, and improved fellowship. We can dare to use words like change, hope, progress. We can dare to look beyond old politics and have the audacity to ask something better. We can dare look at cynicism directly in the eye and have faith that the best is yet to come, because there's so much to do. Someone has to take the lead for some of those responsibilities. I'm ready to take that challenge because I am kin. But it can't be done alone without you, because you are kin. Let's roll up our sleeves and begin the work right now, because we are kin. In my campaign to be the next national vice president, I said I would not make any promises that I would hold or keep. I do promise this. I will listen to what you have to say and explore the possibilities. And I will work on your behalf for the future of our association. Our association must grow. If you want to be the leading association or club in Canada. Our clubs must be strong and our members engaged if we want growth. My campaign slogan, growing to new heights together. If you take the context of that picture, you have soil and you have a plant. If the soil is the club and the plant is the member, for the green thumbs around here, you always ask that question: is the ground or the soil too wet? Is it too dry? Is it too acidic or too alkaline? You always have to make sure you have a good mix of those ingredients or nutrients to promote growth. Crucial in keeping members involved in club meetings and activities and contributing to the association are the following nutrients, we'll call them qualities. recognition, respect, role, relationships, rewards, and results. Those qualities are shared by all of you. We want to be recognized and respected for what we do. We need meaningful roles to feel valuable and make a contribution. We want to build relationships for great influence and enjoyment. Have fun. We expect the rewards to outweigh the costs of participating in the club. And we seek results that what is important to us in our contribution to the association. How do we do this? Well, I think education can be a key element in providing the knowledge and skills needed by our leaders and our members to accomplish what is necessary to retain existing clubs through effective and quality support of the member. An aware, engaged, and interdependent member is much more likely to renew than one that is not. Ongoing education, training, mentoring are relevant in providing the knowledge and skills needed to accomplish what is necessary to make retention a positive success. Successful leaders inspire and motivate people. They have the ability to create vision and transfer those vision around. They encourage hope, positivity, ambition, and compassion. Another element of education for the membership is the use of branding or trademark to bring Kin in our clubs in the forefront of people's mind. Could it have greater impact if we leverage our brand in different ways than just fundraising? What makes a stranger looking at the brand on the apparel? That makes them recognize us as part of Kin family. We do have new tools that were made available to help and to educate and to provide support to our members. There will be more over the horizon, but we can't do it alone. We will reach out and ask for trainers, developers, and planners to help create the educational material and tools to help our association to move forward. The world is a changing place. It is constantly developing new characteristics in culture, technology, and history. You're using one of them today to get the guys on the lobster out of that cage. That's a smart device, which wasn't around for certain members of an association. You use the pen and paper, and the bone on the wall, and the black veil rotary that some of you may know or have seen in pictures. While the world is changing, our association is in time. We must stop that trend and begin to grow. How do we do this? Retention is part of that. We have to recognize and understand, as an example, the generational diversity of our current potential members. We have a fairly large size or sample size of Kin across Canada. 4 generations have been identified. Silent, babies, baby boomers, Generation X, and Generation Y. Let's see what we have in our room. Silent is 1920 to 1945. Raise your hand. There's one. Still a member of the association. He has expectation and values. Boomers, 1946 to 64. Raise your hand. You also have values and expectations. Generation X, 1965 to 1980. Raise your hand. Pretty much a large part of the association. How about Generation Y, or the millennials? 1981 to 2000. A better understanding and appreciation of the different needs, goals, and desires from the forward generations can help clubs retain and attract more members. Without knowing how best to promote your club and build awareness, in hopes to increase membership can create frustration and disengagement. We also talk about ethnic diversity this weekend. 6 million people are listed as visible minority. We take 0.01% of that, not 1%, but 0.01%, and that's 6,000 potential members. We may want to look at that. I joined for the fellowship. I stayed to lend a hand and have fun. That phrase outlines what Kin is all about. As your leader, I will be the face of Kin. I will provide leadership, management, and mentorship that supports the achievements of the association's overall mission and strategic plans, with a key focus on additional revenue sources, marketing and communications, partnership and strategic messages to key external and internal audiences and stakeholders. Pour mes amis francophones, je ne parlerai pas de ma discussion, de ce que je viens de dire, simplement parce que vous avez probablement bien compris, mais j'espère que vous aussi, vous ferez partie de l'équipe ou de la famille de Kin. I am Kin, you are Kin, we are Kin. Let's grow together and reach new heights. Thank you.
Aaron's team, are you ready?
Kin. It's my pleasure to introduce MVP candidate Aaron Thompson from the Cadet Club of Timmins.
has a distinguished history with the KIN organization for many years. She has grown up as a KIN kid and has served in many roles over the years. She has been on the club executive. She has won the Maple Leaf Award of Distinction. She has won the GEM Award. She has worked as a deputy governor, done work for SIA, has been past district convention chair in 2014, past district governor, and has served on the national board most recently. From the very first time I met this woman a few years ago, I knew she was going to do great things, and she has. These are all commendable things she has done, but what I really want to talk to you about this morning is what's in her heart and what's visible to everyone who interacts with her. She projects positivity in her words and her deeds. Her commitment and conviction to make the world a better place is clear to everyone who interacts with her, inside and out of KIN, including most recently her pie baking and fundraising for the Iroquois Falls Community Living Group. This woman wants to do good. Even outside of KIN, she can't help but do good for the people and the community around her. She is warm-hearted and friendly. She is comfortable in her own skin. She's true to herself and knows what it means to be unstoppable. And what do you say about a person who is unstoppable? She embodies passion and action. This is seen through visits across the country, visiting with the districts. From her visit to District 3, this meant a visit to tell a miracle. This meant working through the entire show and showing true servant leadership by doing anything and everything that was needed. It's about doing an education session at a campus club on her birthday and being happy about it. She did get cake, it's true. This is about going from district to district, sharing her message, meeting with people, understanding them, sharing fellowship with them, being open, understanding, and transparent, and genuinely caring about what's happening in the lives of the people she's talking to. Erin walks the talk. She's put in the work to prove it. She's the most positive person I know. It's core and central to the person she is, and it's part of everything she says and does for KIN. As the face of our organization, she will promote a culture of can-do and active positivity. She believes that leaders build leaders, and that is a core value in our organization. She believes in the art of the possible, and she wants to bring her energy to the organization to take our organization higher. I trust her, I believe in her, and I believe in the vision she has for this organization in the years ahead. Fellow KIN, what do you say to someone who is unstoppable? You say yes. You say, let's go for it. Let's do this and let's be unstoppable together. Fellow KIN, please join me in welcoming your next National Vice President, the unstoppable Erin Thompson.
Thank you. Thank you all. Standing here, I have an overwhelming sense of gratitude. I am because we are. It is because of the people in this room that anyone stands behind a podium. It is the passion we see in others that we try to embody in ourselves. It is the fact that somebody tapped you on the shoulder and said, I believe in you. It's the fact that someone says, have you thought about that? And it's the fact that we build each other. For that, I have such gratitude in my heart that it often swells up and falls out of my eyes. For me, that is not weakness. That is strength. And each of us in this room adds to that strength. And that is what, to me, being unstoppable is about. It's not unilateral. It's not one person. It's not black or white. It's a mosaic, and it's colorful, and it's different. What makes us possible as KIN is that we have such huge creativity in our room that we can tap into that. The collective IQ of this room is far smarter than I am. That is what will bring KIN forward. What allows that is someone to empower it. I believe in empowering. I believe in leaders building leaders. And that starts not just from this level, but every single interaction you have with someone. It's not about tearing down. It's about building each other up. I've often been described with a quote to say, I believe in kindness and mischief. And to me, that embodies Kim very, very well. I truly believe that if we build each other up, we as an association can do anything that we want. You have noticed that I said, I know Kin can be unstoppable. I don't want us to be unstoppable, we already are. I just want us to continue that and to remember why. I truly believe in putting passion into action. We need to have the passionate conversations. We need to have a chair of the board, the face of their association, allow empowerment to have those conversations that are visionary, that generate thought, so that we realize we're not thinking outside of the box because we were never even in a box. I truly believe that by taking those steps to allow that vision to come forth and to tap into all of the people in this room, the energy, the intelligence, we build those leaders, then they share with us what they have. I stand here only because people have shared with me what they have. You will notice that I made a choice, and that choice was to ask people to be a part of my team that, yes, have youth. Many have much experience. It has nothing to do with age. It has to do with heart and attitude and vision and passion. And it also has to do with vibrancy. We are an association that is completely unstoppable. Why? Because we put that passion in action. Our leaders build other leaders. We also choose to be positive. I was once asked, how can you be happy all the time? I choose to be. That's why. Every single day I make that choice. And we as kincanada, every single moment we get, can make that choice to make positive impact to the people that we talk to, inside of our clubs and in our communities. Yes, we have challenges, we always do. I choose to look at those challenges as symptoms, not as the cause. I truly believe if we look past those symptoms of membership, of retention, of a lack of inclusiveness, to really realize that we have causes to that. And it comes down to what we choose to do every day, in everything. And that is kin, that is kind, and that is family. And if we can treat each other the way that we treat the rest of the world, I believe we will realize that that absolute cause will get rid of the symptoms. That doesn't mean that we don't treat each other amazingly. Every single person in this room greets each other with a hug, except for maybe Jeff. And we feel that. Let's use that. Let's let that grow. Let's that be that spark that's going to put the passion in action, fuel us to build our leaders, allow us to choose positivity, and then, most importantly, allow us to be possibility thinkers. What if? What if we put our passion in action every day? What if we accept nothing else but the positivity that goes along with the feeling of kin and the ability that we have to deliver that to our communities? Will then our communities be better places to live? What if we build each other up and put the things in place that we need to? Support operations, allow them to have the dollars they need for education, for technology, for the ability to give the tools that we need to build each other so that we can build our association. What if we see any roadblock as a possibility? Find a way around or find a way over. Because with every single time that someone says no, I say, be unstoppable. Thank you.
and best of luck to the two candidates. What we're going to do right now is we're going to take 10 minutes just to have a quick lifestyle break, then we're going to be right back in the room. We're going to go into the candidates forum right away, and then directly into the elections. So take your quick 10 minutes, and we're going to get this